Hello TBC. Hey, yesterday I posted a video about the J bands, and today I was going to show you some drills to help strengthen our arms and keep our arms in shape. So I've already gone through my dynamic warm-up. I've already been on the J bands. It gets my rotator cuff all loose, and so now I want to show you some drills for pitching, but really not just the pitchers. Everybody on our team needs to learn how to throw harder. It gives you a little bit more flexibility if you can throw hard on where you can play. And it's also important for you to be available. If your arm's not in shape and it gets hurt right when we get back, it's not going to be good. So I just would implore you guys to take seriously this time off on making sure your arms stay in shape and that you're going through some of these drills. Some of the drills I pulled to, or I'm going to show you today, are mostly ones that you can do by yourself, because I'm expecting that not a lot of you will have somebody to throw with. If you do have somebody to throw with, then definitely do that. And there are some of these drills that I want to show you that you can do with a partner, but some of them are just by yourself. So the first one, when we talk about throwing hard, it's not just having a strong arm, but it's about being able to throw from the ground up. Use your legs, your big muscles in your body to be able to throw hard. And so I've heard it said that it's about 80% of your power comes from hip to shoulder separation. And so a drill to help us in that hip to shoulder separation is to get a bat or some sort of a pipe or whatever you want, and place it on your back just like you were going to do squats, right about here, right, not on your neck, but right back behind your shoulders. And what you do is you stride, and you work on striding and driving with your hips while at the same time keeping your shoulders closed. So you look something like this, where you're working on opening up your hips and keeping your shoulders back. So that's a good drill. Gives you instant feedback on whether or not you're flying open too soon. Another drill that's one of my favorite, sometimes called the Hershiser drill. He was one of my favorite players, so usually over the fence drill. And what it is standing up against the fence, and you're only about 3 or 4 inches away, and you want to lead when you're throwing. You want to lead with your hip, lead with your butt. You don't want to open the gate. You don't want to fly open like this. And so to stay closed and to help you think through that is just stand next to a fence and lean into it, and it gives you instant feedback. You want your hip to be the first thing to hit, not your shoulder, your arm, or especially your knee. So you stand here and you just lean into it like this, and it helps reinforce the idea of leading with your butt or your hip. Another drill is a bucket drill. Get a bucket, and you want to sit on it just on the edge. You don't want to sit in the middle. But what we're going to do, like I said earlier, your legs are the strongest muscles in your body, and you want to be able to have some leg drive when you're taking off, throwing, even infield, outfield, it's not just the pitchers. But you stand or you sit on a bucket, and what you do is you just slightly raise up and take off. All right, so you can feel pushing off on your back leg here. So you can do this, and then you can just throw right into a fence or with a partner if you have one. Okay, that's the bucket drill. All right, works on that leg drive. Some of the other drills we've done before as a team is that reverse toe tap. So that's another good drill. You're standing like this, then you're taking off, right? So we've done that one at EL1.
Hip and shoulder.
What's that?
Hip and shoulder separation.
So another drill to work on that hip to shoulder separation would be to just get on your knees, throw into a fence, or like I said, if you have a partner, that's fine too. But just go like this. It basically eliminates your bottom half. So you're open with your hips right now, obviously. You close, and then you throw. We do this a lot when we're warming up, right when we start off. You do the same thing from here. Hip to shoulder separation, that's what we're working on. Getting you to feel the two types of energy is that vertical energy that you get from a good push off with your leg, and the rotational energy that you get from the hip to shoulder separation. So these are some of the drills you can work on to increase your speed on those kind of things. And then a couple other ones maybe you haven't seen before is, we all know to hold the ball by 4 seams, and some of us might have been taught to get our hands up like this. I think what would be better is to have you point the ball to the ground and it come up that way. That way you don't overpronate if you just stick the ball up like this. So one drill to help with those that have that problem is to get to your balance point, flip the ball in the air, and catch it, not like this. You're not flipping it like this. You're flipping it up and catching it like this, and then you're ripping and throwing. That will help you to grab the ball down and get on top of the ball. So basically, to do that again, you get to your balance point, and then you go through the throwing machine. A couple other drills we can do once we're warmed up. Like I said, we've gone through our dynamic warm up, we've done maybe some throws, is to start the actual, we've done a normal throwing routine if you have somebody to throw with. Obviously long toss, that's crucial to anybody to keep their arm strengthened and be able to have it in shape. So you obviously have to have somebody to do that with, or get a bucket of balls and throw them as far as you can. But some other drills you can do are, while you're playing catch, is to get your momentum going, walk up and throw. So walk and throw is a good drill, or some people call it turn and burn. So if your partner is that way and you do 3-4 steps and you turn and twist, so that's a good drill also to get your hips in, so you can go through the motions like that. Another thing you can do is get to a baseball field and get to a clamshell backstop like we have here of assault, and just throw the ball backwards. If you have a weight, that's fine, or a ball. You get down on your knees and you just grab the ball and you throw it backwards. That helps. So you get to this finished position and you throw the ball back. Helps with your scats back there, because you can't throw any harder than your muscles will slow it down, and your scats are the muscles in your body that help slow down your arm. So that's about 10 or so different drills that I like you guys to do. Obviously just normal throwing and having somebody to throw with, you really need to throw 3 or 4 times a week. So don't just take this break and sit on your, sit around and not do anything, but try to keep your arms in shape, because when we get back together, we're gonna have to be ready to go, and I'm most concerned about our arms being ready to go. So make sure you guys are putting the time. If you have a mound at home or at a park, go throw out the mound. But those are just some of the drills that you can do to not only keep your arm in shape, but hopefully even strengthen your arm and be more valuable to the team by being able to play multiple positions, because your arm is strong enough to be able to handle it. So take care, stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya.